and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah, and the other half Adults in Disney is Jeff. And right now we are on the Disney Wonder. We're doing a 7-night Alaska Disney cruise. It's been amazing so far. Today we are just pulling into Ketchikan, so we are gonna go do some exploring there. Ketchikan is gonna have the second largest rainforest in the world, so that's really fun. We'll get to see a little of that. But it's gonna be a really fun day. We can't wait to share it all with you, and it's time for another adventure. Good morning!
Wonderful to see you today.
Wonderful seeing you. You both look beautiful.
See you this morning. Thank you.
All right, we are heading up to Palate. There is a tour of the ship and the Imagineering and everything that went into that. We're really excited to check this one out because we love learning just about how Disney makes things so exciting. So we're heading up there next.
Now this chandelier here is not the original chandelier. This has been changed since, and it's actually the only ship in the fleet where the chandelier cannot go up and down. So this chandelier stays in place, which means if they want to clean it, they have to build a thing all the way from the bottom of the atrium, all the way up. Now if you think they don't really have a lot of time to do that because they can only do that when the guests aren't on board, which currently at the time, for the Alaska season, the guests are disembarking latest off by say 10 a.m. and they're coming on again around 11:15, 11:30.
The chandelier here on board is meant to represent the sun from under the water. Since Ariel's down below, this is what the sun would look like to her when she's under the sea.
One looks like a martini glass, but from upside down, from where I'm standing, it is Mickey's Sorcerer hat. And this is my most favourite thing about the whole ship ever. I'm obsessed with this fact. I'm telling everyone about it. So yeah, it's actually upside down is Mickey's Sorcerer's hat. So it has that mix as well. It's the adult space, but it has that Disney feeling to it.
We just finished up with our tour of the ship, and I have to say it was really good. So they shared a ton of facts. They gave the history of the ship, the history of Disney Cruise Line, but my favorite part is they pointed out a lot of hidden details on the cruise ship, which I absolutely love. So we got into some of the Imagineering. The tour does happen a couple times during the cruise. So again, this is a 7-night cruise, so it's a bit longer, but if you like learning like facts and history, I would definitely recommend it. Probably my favorite thing that he showed us is that in the lobby there's like this strip with all the characters, and on this ship the characters are going to be doing all the different roles of the crew. So like Mickey's doing entertainment, there's some that are servers, but it was so good, and now we're going to go up to get up to some more fun. Goofy, we hear you're going to be doing some lumberjacking today. How would you do the axe? Chop some wood. Do you have any good form? No? Axe, oh, you do all the axe. Oh.
They do that. He just gets you prepped and ready.
Prepped and ready. I see.
No
axe. Not you.
No
oh.
axe. It's just mishaps can happen. It's okay.
We are now off the boat in Ketchikan, so there are a bunch of shops which we might walk around and check some out after the tour, but the main tour that we're doing today is going to be some ATVing. So we're going to ATV through the rainforest. So as I mentioned earlier, it's the second largest rainforest in North America, or in the world I should say. So it's a beautiful day. It's like sunny, 66 right now. It rains a lot here, so we're getting super lucky again, but I'm excited for this tour. So we're just getting ready to go. They had a whole bunch of stuff because it's going to be like very dusty and muddy, so we have like obviously helmets, they gave us jackets, they had pants if you wanted them, but I think Jeff's gonna go first driving, but I'm excited, this is gonna be fun. Are you excited, Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is hot though.
It is hot. It'll be good.
Woo! Sarah's turn to drive.
Here we go. We just made up to the outlook, so you can look out and it's really pretty. This is actually ocean water behind us, so they said they could sometimes see whales, seen orcas and humpbacks down there, so it's really, really pretty. We are just about back to where we started. So you take a loop out, you go at a couple stops. So my favorite was the Outlook, but the little like walking trail, she also pointed out a whole bunch of like berries and plant life and just interesting facts about the island. There's grizzlies that actually swim over to this area. They aren't here right now, but they'll be here throughout the year. There's brown bears, black bears. So it's been a bunch of information and a lot of fun driving. We just made it back to where we started and it was really fun. So it was definitely dusty. We have dust all over our face, but it was a really good time. We now are gonna get in the van and head back to Ketchikan. It was about a 15 or 20 minute drive back to Ketchikan, and here is just a map of the downtown area and some of the highlights. The items aren't that far of a walk, so we're gonna go through and hit a couple of those, and they're also not very far from the ship. First up, we went to the Rock. This is gonna be a monument to Ketchikan's heritage, and it has 7 figures which will represent the people that first kind of settled this area. Right next to it is going to be Thundering Wings, which is going to be a totem pole. It's really beautiful and has a lot of different details on it. And then from there, we went and just walked through the downtown area a little bit. There's more stores and some places to eat if you're interested in those. We came across another totem pole, so this one is in honor of Chief Johnson's mother, and it was very beautiful and told a story about how the Fog Woman created salmon. But my favorite area is going to be Creek Street. This area is just so beautiful, and there are some really, really fun shops over here, so I really loved this area. We just made it back to the ship after our day in Ketchikan, and it was really fun. So the ATV tour was a blast. We are both covered in dust just because it's been really dry here, or at least a couple days it's been dry. So that did create a lot of dust, but it was a really fun tour. And then we just walked around and kind of explored downtown afterwards, which was also really nice. They have one area which is called Creek Street, which used to be the red light district here, and now it's a bunch of shops, and that was fun to see. I will say that of the excursions, so all of the excursions that we've done here, Juneau, Skagway, were all amazing. If we had to rank them, this one would probably be the lowest, but it was still a really fun day, a really fun port. So this port I really liked. I liked a lot of the shops here, but now we are going to go take a shower, relax for a bit, and then get up to some fun stuff on the ship tonight. We're gonna head to a free cooking class that they have on the ship, but first we wanted to grab a bite to eat, so we came up to Boiler Bites, which is on the top of the ship. We just grabbed some food, so I got some chicken shawarma and then also some rice and gumbo, and we are enjoying the beautiful views of Ketchikan before heading down to the event. We just came into the Anyone Can Cook culinary series, so this is a free activity that you can do on the ship. We've never done anything like this on a Disney cruise. I believe they're doing apple strudel in this one. I have no idea what it's like, but I'm excited to check it out. We do have spoons, so hopefully that means we get to try some.
You will be joined by the chef that is here on board of the Disney Wonder in charge of all the pastries and bakeries. So please welcome by a big round of applause, Chef Jasmine!
We mix a little bit. You just want it to be enough, just to dissolve the sugar and the egg yolk. By the time the cream is boiling.
We really enjoyed this Anyone Can Cook class. They did give us the apple strudel, which we got to try, and of course it was delicious. I also loved hearing some tips from the chef, and the best part was at the end they also did give us this little cooking card so we could bring the recipe with us. So right now Tiana and Rapunzel are downstairs. There's not too much of a line, so we're gonna go meet them next. Ew. Good. I had a question. So do you still pack your frying pan when you come on a cruise? You don't? That's very nice of you. well, thank you so much. Nice to see you too. I have to say I've eaten quite a few of your beignets on this trip. Yeah, they're amazing. They are, of course, with the chocolate sauce. Yeah, they are so delicious. Do you have them for breakfast as well? No. Oh, Louis does? Okay. So it's okay if I eat them for breakfast as well? Oh, good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Next up, we are heading into the Cadillac Lounge for the Mixology class. The ship does have a variety of different tasting classes, and we've never done the Mixology class before, so looking forward to check this out. You do need to reserve it in advance. We usually reserved it when we were on the ship, and it costs $45 per person, but that does include the alcohol that you'll get during the class.
The first part will be the spirit or liquor or the high proof. We are talking about 80% proof or 40% ABV, alcohol by volume, right? 6 main spirits in the world are considered the main part of cocktails. We have brandies, whiskeys, vodkas, gin, rum, and tequila. That's what it makes cocktails.
With the mixology class, we received 5 different small versions of cocktails, all made with different alcohol to try. In the class, the cast member would share not only what the drink is, but what items are in it, so like how it is made, and then also they would share some of the history behind the alcohol and the drink. We just finished up the mixology class and it was fun. So unfortunately we didn't get to mix any drinks. They just basically gave us drinks and then explained kind of the history of all the different alcohols and how all the drinks were made, but it was still fun. It was fun to do something different on this cruise.
Right, company, talk, troops, at ease. Greetings, recruits. I'm Sarge, and we are the Freedom Patrol. Yes, we are here on a recon mission here in Sector 4 in search of the elusive Blue Crown. It is the duty of the Freedom Patrol to retrieve said crown and return it to Andy's room. Now, if you discover the location of said Blue Crown, do not touch it. My friend out there, would you mind telling this private what color the missing crown is?
I'm gonna guess blue.
Affirmative! Woo! Excellent work, recruit. Now, we'll begin by following orders. If I say Sarge says, you do what I say. All right, to the rear. I didn't say Sarge says. We got it right. Troops, about face. About face.
Didn't say Sarge says,
Sarge says about face. Yeah, that's more like it. Wait, no. Sarge says face forward. You two would need instructions for a baby rattle. Continuing on, Sarge says present heads.
We just popped into the shops here on the Disney Wonder just to check out some of the merchandise. As a reminder, if you're looking to buy some souvenirs when you're on your Disney cruise, you'll need to visit the stores when the ship is at sea. So when it is parked at port, these shops will be closed, so they just are open now, so we're popping in to check some of it out. I love that there is a combination of a bunch of really fun Disney Cruise Line specific merchandise, so things that would kind of tie over across all of Disney Cruise Line. There is some Wonder specifics, so like for the Disney Wonder, and then of course there are also some Alaska items on this cruise. We just popped back to the room for a break, and now we're getting ready to head down to dinner. Tonight we're having dinner at Animator's Palate. I really love the theming there, and tonight I believe we have the special animation part where you get to like draw and your animation comes to life, so I'm really looking forward to this one. We just made it into Animator's Palate, so again, tonight is going to be where you do your drawing, and we'll see the magic that happens later on. So I'm focusing really hard. I think it's going to look wonderful.
Oh, hi, folks. Aw, gosh, thanks for all the great drawings. These are just what I need to whip up a little animation magic. I'll be back later, but right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as the dining room proudly presents
your dinner. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test.
That's gonna do it for us today and for this cruise. We had an amazing time, so it was just such a fun cruise. It exceeded all of my expectations. The ports were amazing, the cruise and entertainment was amazing. Thank you all so much for following along with us, and we can't wait to take you on our